It's so normal for people to eat late. It's like almost everybody does it. And part of the reason is they stay up so late, so the body goes, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to keep going indefinitely, so give me some more food so I can keep going. Well, it's like the wrong thing to do. And here's why. Because it could actually be affecting your relationship. First of all, you're supposed to be eating, in nature. You eat food during sunlight hours. It gets dark. You can't see anymore. So you go to sleep. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way our hormones are set up. There's actually hormones that are regulated by light and dark. But when we have artificial lighting on at night and we just stay up late, indefinitely, and work late, look at the internet all night long, our natural rhythms are thrown off, and our hormones, which are regulated by light and all other epigenetic things, they start not functioning right anymore. Now here's the deal. You're supposed to eat, around 5 or 6, something like that, dinner time. And you get full, and then you don't eat anymore until the next day. But what happens is people eat late. So you get full, and what does food do? It gives you energy. It needs to digest first, which takes like an hour or 2 or 3, depending on the stomach acid levels. And then you start getting energy from the food. Well, the problem is if you eat late, like 9 or 10 o'clock, or 11 or 12, or just before you go to bed, people eat because they want instant energy. They don't care about 2 hours down the road. They just want instant fix. But they don't realize the price they're paying is the real energy starts kicking in 2 or 3 hours later. And by that time, people are in bed and they're trying to sleep. Well, now the body's starting to get all this energy. And what's it going to do? Where's that energy going to go when you're lying there like this? Well, first of all, you start getting restless legs. You start getting, energy's got to go somewhere. Then you start getting these weird dreams, and then you get and you're tossing and turning, and you're getting weird dreams, and you probably ate bad food, so you're having allergy reactions too. So now you got like phlegm building up in there. You're like gagging, and you're getting you're snoring because that's part of it. You eating bread, pasta, cereal, dairy products, all that stuff. You're going to start snoring. Well, what? Okay, so now you're like Homer Simpson, right? And you're you're getting weird dreams, all this energy. And then not only that, you have all this leftover food which isn't being used, so that turns into fat. So you wake up the next morning and you're tired and you wonder why. That's because you were tossing and turning all that. Your brain was going a million miles an hour from all that food energy, and your body never really got to rest. You're supposed to be fasting. They call breakfast breaking fast. Breaking fast. That's why you're supposed to be fasting all night. You're not supposed to be eating just before you go to bed, because now your night shift is working. You're working overtime. Your body is working all night long digesting food. 70% of your body's energy goes to digesting food. So if you eat just before you go to bed, you're not sleeping. You're not resting. You're not quietly lying there and recharging your batteries. You're actually using up your energy. So you wake up tired next day. Now, healing hormones are released between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., and you need to be asleep for that to happen. That's part of the deal. It's part of the contract. And nobody goes to bed by 10 o'clock, right? Everybody's like midnight, 1 o'clock. Some people are 2 o'clock. It's just, they see how far they can take it, how far they can push it. And that's part of the problem. Now, part of the problem with relationships is a lot of people don't have the hormones. They just don't have the sex drive. Or they just plain can't get it up, or they can't, function properly. Well, part of that is because you're tired. One of the first killers, the biggest killers of, getting it on is you need to be rested. You need to have your batteries fully charged. And if you are tossing, turning all night from all that food and everything like that, and you got phlegm and the whole routine, you are not going to be alive sexually. Some of the time when people have the best sex is when they're on vacation, because they're rested. They're just relaxing. They're not working late. They're just having a relaxing time. So you need to be relaxed, and you need to be, in a natural rhythm to do that. Now, there's other things like snoring, right? Okay, everybody knows that somebody lying next to you going, it's not very sexy, and it's not going to allow for a very good sleep for either of them. Sleep apnea is a huge problem for not just the person who either they're cutting off their oxygen, the blood supply. A lot of people have heart attacks. The risk of a heart attack is raised from that, but it keeps the other person up. They become cranky. Again, relationship killer. And both people wake up the next morning really cranky, not rested, not good. So there's so many reasons. There's so many reasons why eating late is not good for a relationship. If you guys have ever anybody's done a real fast, a real like good, where you stop eating and you only really good, pure, like, you know, juice, like vegetable juices, or you just eat just fruit. You don't like eat, I'm not talking about sugar, I'm talking about actual whole foods that have not been cooked or baked or heated in any way, or you're just doing green juices, or you're just doing water, or you're just fasting on nothing. Those people have done that, and you go to sleep early, and you don't eat for 3 to 4 hours before the bed. Come on, you people, you know your sex drive is high, right? Those people that eat late, those people that are stressed, the people who don't get enough sleep, no sex drive. Relationship suffers. And people that are unsatisfied in that department, there's going to be some tension, some unspoken tension. The relationship starts to, like, people snapping each other, like, and you wonder where that's coming from. Well, let Mr. Relationship Doctor here give you a little bit of advice. You know, you got to regulate yourself. You got to, like, ease up a little bit in the working late, in the eating late, in the staying up late. Stop eating when the sun goes down. Don't just, okay, eat as much as you want for dinner. Just pig out. Have as much as you want. Just stop eating after the sun goes down. Well, I guess the people that are up north, the sun stays up later. Okay, so let's say 6 or 7 o'clock. Be in bed by like 10 o'clock. You know, if you're really not well, or you're sick, or you want to just really get your sexual energy jazzed, go to bed at like 9 o'clock. Watch what happens. It's going to be hard the first few days. You're going to be not used to it. And you're like, I got to get up. I got to do something. This is not right. Just take a few days. Just do it. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. I bet you're going to wake up at 4 in the morning with this boing sound, and there's going to be some action there. I'm telling you. Go to bed early. Don't eat late. And watch what happens. And, of course, get rid of the stress in your life, the negative people, the working late. You know, start getting in charge of your life and making things, you know, start saying no to the overworking and the late and this stuff. You have to give the batteries a chance to recharge. So, and that also includes your immune system. You're not going to heal. You're going to accelerate the aging process. You're not going to heal any issues if your hormones aren't working right, if your digestive system is working overtime, and you're not rested. You need to be rested to function properly, all around. So, when it gets dark and late, start thinking about winding down the busy day. Look at the birds. Look at the bees. The birds and the bees, right? They're asleep. They're asleep very early. When it gets dark, you don't hear them anymore. They are gone. They just vanish. They're like, who knows where they are, but they're gone. So, we're talking about the birds and the bees here, right? Well, the birds and the bees, they go to sleep when the sun goes down. Take a hint. You want the birds and bees in your life? There you go. So, you're welcome. Try it. See what happens.